Hi and welcome to Summoner, part 39, and in this part we finally faced that evil tyrant face to face. That man who destroyed our first village, who's invaded Medivh, who's reduced Aurenia to a desolate wasteland. He will pay for what he's done. The only regret is that I can only kill him once. Now before you enter this boss fight, you just want to go around the edges here. If you walk to the middle, you will activate the boss fight, but you'll notice there are two Oni mages to the back here, and yeah, you want to take out those guys first, because otherwise these guys will be a sort of nuisance to you. Now, when it comes to this boss fight, I actually had a bit of trouble with it, and I'm just noticing that Jakar does like over 200 damage by now. I swear he's become like a real badass. Anyway, up in the corner here is this still cool Bogadoo. Bogadoo to you too. But yeah, I do like the setting here. It's like, well, obviously it's quite Chinesey. We've got like a jade dragon here. But there you go. Now the boss fight here will have two stages, which you'll see. One will be like Murod casting spells, and the other one will be him physically fighting you in some sort of demon form. Quite difficult, and actually a lot trickier than I thought it would be. Yeah, so yep. In terms of difficulty, this boss fight is slightly above the enemies you've just faced. And I'm just checking, and I've got Blessed and Regenerating cast on all my party members. So let's go.
The summoner has returned to Ela. No prophecy will deliver you from my wrath this time. You will die here, before the Jade Temple, before the very altar where the prophecy against me was uttered. I shall prove to these meddlesome priests that Murod, third Emperor of Heaven, fears no man.
All you have done to silence the prophecy, Murod, has made it come true in the end. By this hand, I will crush your tyranny. The true heir of Aurenia's throne has returned.
Oh crap, he's Nightcrawler.
The heir of Aurenia's throne. The rightful head to wear this crown. You see how pathetic you are?
Did you see me acting?
Aurenia is not a wasteland of stone and dust. You can have your pitiful throne.
It's got a really low property value.
Pleases, but I shall become the lord of all creation.
And the lord of all Tekken. But anyway, I like this guy. He's an over-the-top man villain. Kind of like Fu Manchu in a weird way. That's a weird way to start a boss fight. We were all facing the wrong way. But yeah, this guy here, you can see him, his first tactic is to teleport around like a pussy while casting magic spells. So yeah, just, fight him. Like I said, he'll disappear, but it's not really a big issue. It just means you'll have to run towards him again. Now at this point I tried a different tactic. Like I said, I did have a bit of trouble, so my main objective here is to play as Rosalind, and then cast spells, either attacking spells and healing spells. Because essentially the AI is only average at best, so I thought at this point, Rosalind, yeah, I'll control her. See if that will help me win this fight. And at this point I'm sort of experimenting with the different magic spells, like we see Fire and Icicle. And yeah, you can see this form here is fairly easy. We're barely losing any health. Now before I talked about the importance of the Protect spell, which once you cast, of course, it protects all your party from physical damage. And the thing is, his next form will be quite physical. So if your previous Protect spell has worn off by now, you might think of casting it again. Now here I try the invisibility spell on Rosalind, just because I heard an FAQ state that, yeah, if Rosalind is invisible, enemies will ignore her. And I just checked the statuses, and yeah, I definitely want to cast Protect again, because my previous Protect spell has worn off, like I said. Oh, look, it's a rejected Power Rangers villain. It looks so silly. You know, I just noticed this game has red blood splatters on the floor. That's a nice touch. Now, again, this guy is much more physical and quite powerful. But luckily I managed to cast a Protect spell, like I said. And that's very important. I keep mentioning this one type of spell, but I think it really helps beat this guy. Now, it's been stated in the story, but apparently Murod is really into the occult of this universe, which is also known as the Neveseum. An order so mysterious, they're called the Neveseum because you never see them. Oh, that was lame. Oh, and by the way, did you notice how the texture of my poison elemental is glitching out? It's like he's not the poison elemental, he's the rave elemental. But fortunately I defeat this guy like this, which, like I said, I had trouble with this guy beforehand, but I think playing as Rosalind really helped. Oh dude, I'm gonna hurl. And here we have the last of the rings, the ring of the Jade Dragon. And yeah, so that's pretty much already over and done with. Our main goal now is to head back to Medieval and free the land from the reign of the demons. Oh, now this is very important to pick up. This is for a side quest, which I guess is called the Tome of the Neveseum, but it doesn't really appear on your journal. But it's probably one of it's probably the most important side quest. Essentially, we collect the tome now, and we collect 8 pages throughout the rest of the game, and it will lead us to a very special boss fight. So at this point, we're sort of split from our party. And we just have a quick heart-to-heart, and we just sort of discuss what we're doing next. And I just realised, but Fleece's cloak has disappeared for some reason. We talked to Jakar. Hello, bro. You know what, dude? Just say it behind my back. You know, it's okay. I'm listening. I'm just looking over here for some reason. And then he talks about, you know, I shouldn't really mock this scene here because it's a very important character moment for Jakar, because he decides not to give up on his vengeance. And essentially he blamed Joseph for the attack just because he had nothing else to do with his life. Vengeance is all he had. And again, this seems like another moment which should be a proper cutscene. Yeah, but that's okay, that's nice. Okay, so we're all heading back to Medieval. Good for us. Oh, and also, she's also come around to us as well. Oh, isn't that nice? We're all friends now. And, of course, she's mentioning we should visit the Coastline back in Medieval to find out what to do next. And, of course, after this adventure is done, she decides to return to the Iona Monastery. And of course we go around the back here, and this is when the first form of Murod died. And here we have the 100-fold katana, actually a pretty cool weapon. Come on, Snakey. And of course now the Jade Temple shows up. Now something I wanted to point out is that before you enter the Jade Temple, make sure you've did all the side quests in Aurenia, because you're pretty much locked and you can't really leave. Oh, now this tablet is for the Armadillosi, a side quest coming up later on. And of course, yes, you need to get the tablet here, and it's your only chance to get it. And of course, like I said before, you can't return to Aurenia. So yeah, so if you're going for 100% like I am, you need to just go through all your side quests before you enter this temple at all, and just make sure you've done everything you can. Now I just wanted to take a look around this area here. It's actually it looks really nice. It's a shame that it's just here for scenery. But yeah, it's got like a really nice Japanese garden. I really like it anyway. I mean, granted, this is where the ruler of all of Aurenia is meant to stay, so yeah, it should look nice. And for some reason, I get it in my head that there might be some secret items hidden around here, but apparently there isn't. So there you go. It is nice to have a little stroll in the garden here. I was strolling through the park one day. But anyway, before we leave, there is one more side quest we need to take care of, and that's the Emperor's Dragon Scales. Now, it's something which, I do complete the side quest, but I sort of do it wrong. And the thing is, you're meant to give this guy, coming up, all 4 of the Dragon Scales to get a special weapon, which is called the Dread Blade. And the thing is, I do have all the Dragon Scales. It's just that they're equipped to my party, and I can't unequip them. And that was kind of a dick move. I mean, really, I guess what I should have did is I should have reloaded from a save point, and then unequipped all the items they've got. But yeah, I'll give this guy 2 of the Dragon Scales, and I'll get this Spline Sizer. Now, of course, there are like, I guess there's like different weapons for a different amount of Dragon Scales to give him. Like I said before, if you give him all 4, the whole set, you get the Dread Blade. And in this case, I'll give him 2, so I'll just get the Spine Slicer, which is an axe weapon. Now, technically, I did find all the Dragon Scales, and this does complete the side quest. But so, yeah, I'm still counting it 100%. You also do have the option of not giving him the Dragon Scales anyway. So, yeah, I guess if you want to keep the Dragon Scales and for their magic ability, then yeah, you can. So there you go. Just gone from a side quest here, and yep, I'm pretty much done for Aurenia. So yeah, Aurenia, it's Far Eastern place. It's a good setting for an RPG, different from your typical Western settings. And it was a really cool part of the game. And I actually think it is a shame you can't return here. Anyway, you just talk to Kuei Fing here, and well, apparently our way of getting back is to summon one of the dragons, and then fly back to Mediva. And the thing is, you can't do that again to travel back and forth. And I can't help but wonder, did they mean for this dragon ability to be like a quick travel feature? And she will ask you, well, at this point I found that you can't really leave the Jade Temple anyway, so you might as well just leave. Then I just thought you do... Let me see here. I love the wonderful clipping there. Joseph, you've got a face coming out the back of your head. So yeah, I'll admit, that was kind of a dick move for the Dragon Scales. Because unless you know to unequip them from the characters, you can't really get them back. But, yeah, I'm still counting it as a win. The side quest disappears from your quest journal, so yeah, I still count it as it being completed.
Though Murad's reign had ended, and all Orenia rejoiced, the summoner's quest was far from over. Medivh lay in ruin. The survivors of the demon's onslaught.
I mean, just look at these pictures. You can tell it's totally in ruin.
Starving and terrified. Only the rings of the Kosani could stop the demons now.
Yeah, I like how they use concept
these
art.
rings had been destroyed in the Forge of Urath. And so, the summoner journeyed back to Sanavar, the Mountain of the Wise. For if the Kosani could forge
yeah, you see him using the dragon there. You can't do that in-game.
Find its redemption.